The IAB has a theme, an overall kind of an arching theme this year around how to build a 21st century brand. And it's all about how the industry is changing towards a much more direct to consumer, direct to the market type of way. And yeah, how all the parameters are changing and the landscape is different, all based on the cloud-based internet. And the event today is focused on video. So we're talking about how you can build a 21st century brand through digital video and mobile and OTT and things that ties back to that platform. And we have a lot of research featured here today that comes on the back of the new fronts that we put out last week. But we also have specifically a paper that looks at creative and commercial innovation in video. So we've talked to the marketplace about what sort of ads they want to see that can improve user experience and better connectivity and also better reflect the platforms that we are now viewing content in. So we released that paper today, and we will follow up with a series of research pieces around 6-second ads, interactivity in video, shoppable formats, etc., and building a whole commercial innovation program at the IAB that's not just going to take video into account, but also audio and other platforms. So we're very excited today. We launched that today. And then we have a great stellar lineup of amazing speakers talking about everything as it relates to, again, how you can build brands and create better connectivity with consumers through video. So we're talking about measurement, ad creativity, storytelling, all the good things that come into the mix. What the reports show more than anything is what we've been talking about for a long time. We have to start thinking differently about ads. Consumers' attention spans are much shorter, and they're on a number of different platforms at the same time. So how do we create ad experiences that work in that? And then what do we do with that? So 6-second ads, for example, there are a number of different contexts that they can run in. Interactive formats depends very differently on whether you're on OTT or if you're in a mobile environment. Shoppable formats, same thing, right? So the report has really indicated sort of what way we need to go in, what formats we need to look at, and then now it's up to us to do the research that's needed to help find those proof points and move the industry forward. And eventually also, we are the IAB, standardize around these units.
What's the commercial future of digital video?
Well, there definitely is one, and I think we saw that last week at the new fronts, and we will see it throughout the upfront week too, because digital is now a front and center of that content as well. I think it's about being more receptive to the audience and think more about all the different touch points that you may have with the consumer. So everything probably shouldn't be ad-based. Some of the content should be. You need to know your consumer, where he is and what he or she does throughout the day, and you need to build a good mix. I also think that the definition of advertising will change, and I think it's going to become more and more about branded content and content marketing in combination with advertising. I think that that's important, so ads may not look exactly the way they look today. But I definitely think that there's a pretty rosy future out there, and in fact we released a report last week where we researched the millennial segment that look at digital video specifically, and they're many of them really interested in ads because they're looking for inspiration and want to know what their friends are doing, what products to buy, where to be, etc. So they're very receptive to that type of content. So I think there's definitely a future, but I do think we need to think differently about it, because as video is becoming the major platform for that type of content, and it's not TV anymore, you have to make sure that you grasp all the opportunities around interactivity and all the data and targeting that you can do based on the platform, but in a good way, so that it helps consumers and they feel that it's a service and not that it's just something that's pushed onto them and that they could just as well block or go somewhere else for that matter.